Good morning, I'm Christopher McGee with Halcyon Real Estate, and this morning we're in Herriman, Utah. If you're looking to move to Utah and thinking about Herriman, let's tell you a little bit about it. So in the year 2000, Herriman was incorporated as a city with about 1,500 people in it. And by the year 2020, Herriman had about 55,000 people in it. And just a few years later, where we stand now, we're over 60,000. So this is one of the fastest growing cities in Salt Lake Valley. Because of how fast it's growing, the overwhelming majority of homes in Herriman tend to have been built certainly within the last 20 years. And Herriman is full of quiet street neighborhoods just like this one. Herriman is kind of the poster child of suburban heaven. There's a number of attractions in Herriman. Let's talk about parks. So there's Black Ridge Reservoir. It's a beautiful man-made little lake that a lot of people hang out at when it gets hot. There's Herriman Park, there's Rosecrest Parks, there's actually a series of parks that has trails between them through Herriman all the way to the West Mountains over there. There's also a Herriman skate park, and Butterfield Canyon as well as Yellow Fort Canyon are beautiful places with a lot of trails. You can actually go through Butterfield Canyon over the mountains into Tooele on the other side if you feel like a real, long day's hike. And it's just outside the Herriman city limits, but it's where everybody comes in Herriman for everything. So Mountain View Village is full of retail shops, restaurants. There's a Harmon's, Michael's, there's Old Navy, there's Burlington Coat Factory, there's everything on that side of where we are. And then, there's so many restaurants. There's good Japanese food, there's good Vietnamese food, there's good American food, there's like burgers and stuff, there's a Chick-fil-A, there's a Shake Shack, there's good Indian food. There's so many restaurants here. There's a Cinemark, obviously. And this Mount View Village is where everybody comes from Herriman. It's just like 5-10 minutes away, and this is in Riverton. But this is where you're coming if you're doing any shopping from Herriman. Now let's talk about schools. Throughout Herriman, there's about a dozen elementary schools, and there's 3 junior highs and 3 high schools. And niche.com, which gives letter grades to schools and how well they're doing, gives Herriman schools anything from a C to an A. So just make sure you look at the school that you're interested in maybe sending your kids at if you're bringing here to Herriman. Now, I wanted to point out for its uniqueness, Providence Hall. Providence Hall is a set of schools. The first one, K through 6, opened in 2008 or 9. And the year after, it got a Best of State Public Charter School award. A year or 2 after that, they opened Providence Hall Junior High. And then a few years later, they opened up Providence Hall High School, which is right behind me. So it's a set of schools that go all the way from kindergarten through high school. And these schools have a special focus. Their focus comes from a quote from Picasso, which says, "You cannot teach painting, you must find it." And so in addition to typical teaching techniques, they do a lot of hands-on and application and reflection with the teaching that they do. There's all the regular subjects, and they also have a focus on some arts that I believe you have to take while you're at Providence Hall. So Providence Hall scores well, both with the Utah Board of Education and niche.com. And so you may be interested in this set of schools if you're looking to live in Herriman. Okay, that's it for Herriman. If you're thinking of moving here, I think that'd be a great goal. And if you don't see the city that you're interested in moving to yet in my videos, then go ahead and hit me in the comments and we'll make sure we hit that city soon. Thanks for watching as always. I'd love to work with you. We'll see you next time.